Hello again, and welcome. This is being recorded just a couple of seconds after the last one, the SD9043 Mac. I think that's what it is. Too many numbers to remember. The Canadian Pacific one that I just reviewed literally seconds ago. This is the Athearn Genesis F45 in Burlington Northern. I was really looking forward to this model. Once I saw it in the shop, I was pretty excited, and I got it. To put it simply, this is a DCC model, and it's from Athearn's higher range. So they have the ready-to-roll range, which is sort of their lower, sort of more budget, but less detailed models, and then the Genesis is their higher end range of slightly more expensive, although this one was $90, and the ready to roll one, the Canadian Pacific one, was either 70 or 80. I still can't remember. I can't find the box still. So not a massive difference, especially when the Kato one that I showed before, that I just recorded, was $100, and well, it wasn't pre-assembled, where this model that I'm going to show you is. I didn't put it back in the box just because it's kind of a pain, but I will show you what's in the box quickly. You get a piece of plastic. Yes, this is a modeler's dream, a piece of plastic. Another piece of plastic. Yes, nice. Some pieces of plastic that are slightly frosted, so that's nice. You get this block of wood, which is really handy. And also some screws. And I'm being serious, this wood does actually come in it. The model is screwed onto it. There's little holes on the bottom of the model that hold this in. And I'm not entirely sure why they put this piece of wood in. I guess maybe to keep it from moving around, but then again, that's sort of the point of styrofoam. You get this scary piece of paper that shows you all of the tiny little bits inside. That's not very helpful at all. It does tell you how to get the body off, which I'll get onto a bit. It didn't work out. This thing, which looks like a little piece of plastic with a little tiny grill and half a screw, which I'm not entirely sure what that goes to. I'm sure it's some piece of detailing, but I can't figure out what it is. And this thing doesn't say, which is a bit of a flaw. And yeah. It's not entirely clear. Then you get sign up for Athearn newspaper, and then this is the DC decoder that was in it. I took it out because my layout is currently DC. I'm working on getting a DCC controller, but I'm not entirely sure what kind I should get. Anything down there? No. And then you get some styrofoam. Exciting. And then these screws. So I'll put all of that out of shot. Nice and professional. And we'll look at this. Alright, the Athearn Genesis F45. Not too bad. Not bad at all. That's all I have to say. Really, the biggest complaints I have with this is that the body was slightly broken. The screw that goes in that hole that is missing the screw was stuck at first. You'll see all kinds of little bits of dust that's on the bottom. I need to clean that. But that screw that's supposed to be in the bottom has come out. And at first, it wouldn't come out. That was the problem. And I couldn't get the body off, which meant that I couldn't run the locomotive because it had a DCC chip in and not a DC whatever blanking chip in. And that was a problem. So I took a little bit of the little dental pick, and I had my screwdriver going, and I stuck it underneath it, and it just popped the screw right out. And I haven't been able to get the screw back in. So I'm thinking that the body must have been stripped out before I got it at some point. And so now this coupler doesn't really work, because if you couple it to anything, it just pulls the coupler out like that. So this coupler is just for show. And that wasn't a very good impression. Not a very good first impression on me for Athearn's Genesis, because I have this ready to roll one, which is okay, it's not bad. But this one is Genesis, and they're supposed to be their high-end range. Sorry, a bit of oil. And while it looks nice, it doesn't work perfectly. These fan grills are the best fan. These look like I thought these fans were gonna spin. That's how nice this looks. The grills are so fine. It's fantastic. And same with these grills on the side. You can see through them all except for that one. This one you can, which I don't understand. Maybe some reason. There must be something glued on there. But anyways, you can kind of see through there. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You can kind of see the wiring and stuff inside. That one isn't, though. That one isn't see-through. This one is see-through, but there's a thing on the backside that has a whole bunch of, like, I guess ribs, maybe? And then you can see through the fans, and you can see down into the motor. You can see the motor. And also, the smokestack still doesn't look very legit, but you can actually see down into it. It's not just a stamped bit of plastic. That kind of looks like where this piece might go. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. And also, on this side, there's also little windows on the doors that go to the side of the motor, because there's a metal piece that goes along the side. I assume that's weights. But the good thing is these handrails. These are the nicest handrails ever. They almost feel like, I don't know, guitar strings maybe that were strung through there, but they are very nice, and they're definitely metal, because plastic doesn't sound like that. Another thing is the hoses that are on this, well, they look nicer than the one on the Kato, and then there's also this little tiny hose. Excuse me. There's also this little tiny hose that's down here. I had a bit of a cough. The windshield wipers, okay. I thought the number boards on the real one lit up. They don't on here. And I don't know. I think those are called marker lights. I don't really know. I'm not a professional in trains. I like trains, but I'm not a professional. And then these headlights, the F45s that I've seen have the headlights up here in between the number boards, and they're down here. So it could have just been that the one they modeled had them down there. The other handrails are like the other Athearn one. They're like staples. That's what they feel like. They're little bits of metal. They feel like staples. Now I'm going to come on to the other problems that I've had with, the other problem that I had with this model. This light up here. This orange light is supposed to light up. I'm trying to get it to where it's in the light. Maybe if I move the camera up slightly. There. This little camera is supposed to light, this little light is supposed to light up. And it did for about 5 minutes. And then I turned away to put the packaging away, and the light was off. And this is on DC. So I don't know why it turned off. It's not like I maybe hit a button on DCC accidentally and turned it off. No, this is running on DC, and it worked for a couple minutes, and then it stopped. So I don't know what that's about. I did email Athearn. I was going to call him, but I just emailed him because I just didn't feel like calling him. And I haven't got a response yet. I just now noticed, and I remembered this, the black bit on the, I guess, the nose. I was going to say the hood, but I'm pretty sure that this up here is called the hood, or the cowl, I know, because this doesn't have walkways on the outside, they're on the inside, and so this has a cowl body. But this feels a bit grippy. It feels like sort of the grippy stuff that they would have on something like that. If you're climbing on there, they'd sort of have like texture, grippy paint, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but that's what this feels like. Also, my voice just went really weird there. Another thing is the little tiny hooks, or not hooks, loops that are on top of the body. I assume for picking up the locomotive, maybe in a workshop, they need to lift it up, work on the underside. they could hook it on there, I assume. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's little tiny hoops on the cab, not on the cab, on the roof, I guess, yeah, on the roof, that, well, they feel like they're metal too, so that's nice. So that's sort of my verdict with this. It's nice, but it's not perfect. I paid $90 for this, which some people may say is a bit much. I think it was okay. Especially if I had no problems with this, yeah, I would say $90 perfect. And I'm sure it wasn't the model shop's fault that I had problems with this. I think it's probably either just I got unlucky and this unit just happened to be a bit knackered, or it's just a fault with the F45. I don't know. I haven't gotten a response from Athearn yet. So I'm going to go ahead and set this on the track and show you how it runs, because it does run pretty nice. It's also the quietest locomotive I own. It doesn't run quite as nice as the SD9043 Mac, but it definitely is the quietest locomotive I own. Also, the lights on the front and the back, they're not perfect. The Kato one definitely outdoes it. So, without further ado, I'm going to put it on the track. Alright, doing one right after another. I'm going to back the F45 onto the same freight that the SD9043 Mac was just on a couple minutes ago when I recorded the other review. You need to back it up here. You can see the lights that don't come on right away, and in fact you have to get pretty high power to get it. Hopefully nothing important was in there when I rammed it in. Let's move the camera over here and give it a go, I guess. Oh, nope, didn't couple. Do a little bit of manual labor there. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go. Now, remember, the light that's on the roof is supposed to be lit up orange, but it's not working currently. Don't know why. I've contacted Athearn, but I haven't heard anything yet.